Getting Ready for Organic Chemistry by Overlook Tutorial Academy. Which of the topics covered in general chemistry form major parts of the foundation you need to succeed in organic chemistry? Here are the big four in order from most to least important. 1. Lewis structures. Organic chemistry is virtually all about structure. I often say that organic chemists can draw Lewis structures in their sleep. It would be great for you to get to that point too. The good news, almost all organic structures obey the octet rule. Don't forget, the elements B, C, N, O, and F can never exceed an octet in a structure. The concept of resonance is very important in O-Chem. If you've forgotten this or had trouble with it, it would be useful to review it. Also make sure that you're clear on how to determine the formal charges on atoms from structures. The quick and easy way is formal charge equals group number minus the sum of dashes and dots around the atom in the structure, using the older 1 through 8 group numbers. Take a look at the example. It's that simple. Don't let anyone try to convince you that it's more complicated than that. 2. Molecular geometry and polarity. Molecules are three-dimensional objects, and organic reactions are all about these objects bumping into each other and interacting when they do. My experience tells me that those who can visualize these objects in 3 dimensions have a definite advantage over others in grasping the subject. To give yourself a fighting chance, review VSEPR theory and get a good molecular model kit. You can buy used ones online. Practice constructing models so that you can build them quickly and accurately. I think you'll find that being able to hold the molecules in your hand and look at them from various angles will be helpful in understanding many aspects of organic chemistry. 3. Acid-base theory. Many of the steps in the mechanisms of organic reactions involve proton, that is H+, transfer, which of course relates to the Bronsted-Lowry definitions of acids and bases. Be sure that you can draw the structure of the conjugate acid and conjugate base of any species, where they exist, and be able to predict whether or not they do exist. Remember, any species that contains hydrogen can act as a Bronsted-Lowry acid. Any species that has an unshared pair or pi bond can act as a Bronsted-Lowry base. Most of the other steps in organic mechanisms can be understood in terms of the Lewis definitions of acids and bases, so it's a good idea to be clear about those also before you tackle this course. 4. Kinetics and reaction mechanisms. For most students, some of the most difficult problems in organic chemistry are those that deal with reaction mechanisms, which fall under the general heading of chemical kinetics. All general chemistry sequences include this subject, but most of what is usually covered is not particularly relevant to O-Chem. The most important topic is using a rate law to predict a reaction mechanism. Be sure that you understand what an elementary reaction is, what the rate law tells you about the molecularity of the rate-determining step, and that each step in a mechanism must be an elementary reaction. If you have any other questions or concerns, feel free to call us. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.